Team Giannis and Team LeBron may have been putting in a little more work on the offense than the defense, but let's take a look back at what happened in last night's All-Star game. Giannis, a little love. He was just going to play 3 seconds and get a quick dunk. That should kind of foreshadow what was going to happen in the future, but this is ridiculous. This dude's 38 years old, DG.
Like OT back.
Still got it. Can you do that?
No.
Could you ever do that?
At one point, maybe.
At one point?
Not like that, though. It didn't look like that.
And then, look, again, obviously high-level defense here.
He got to join the dunk contest one time.
He's got to join the dunk contest.
I can do that, too. Nobody gives me the chance.
Yeah, there's not a lot. And we're going to jump to the second quarter because, those highlights were enough. But watch this. The rare time that somebody's playing defense, leave it to LeBron to play some defense.
Come on, my boy Shea. Come on, let me get the dunk. It's his first one.
He wasn't playing no defense, and then the one time I try to get a dunk, he want to play defense. I got something for that next time.
Yeah, see, he wanted to stick a little bit, but that was his problem. He tries to play a little defense, ends up hurting his hand. That's everyone's nightmare. But check out Dame Dalla from deep. Alliteration aside, that is just a beautiful shot.
Man,
Three-point champ. He actually practices those.
Yes, he does. You don't get to shoot 40-footers if you're not practicing 45-footers.
From behind the half court.
Yeah, talk to him. We got Batman. These guys going one-on-one. You know that these guys have had some one-on-one competitions in practice.
After every practice, they do this. After every practice, they play one-on-one with each other for 30 minutes.
Yeah, it makes them better.
Yeah, get each other better. Right.
And we have Malika with Jason Tatum after the game.
Jason, we know how much that Kobe Bryant means to you, and now you have an MVP award in his name. What does that mean?
It means the world. Like you just said, Kobe was my idol, my favorite player. The reason why I fell in love with the game. And, I was in the first All-Star game when they renamed the MVP award after him. And, ever since then, I had my eyes set on winning it one day. And I'm finally glad I got one.
This is also history because it's the first time that Team LeBron has gone down. Do we have a little trash talking we can do now?
Man, no trash talking, right? That's my guy. He got a, all-time leading record, and they honored him today. He's an old man now, so he can let us have this one.
Oh, calling him an old man. Look, Jason Tatum set the All-Star game record with his double nickel on Saturday. Tatum is the first player in NBA history with a 50-point performance in a regular season game, playoff game, and All-Star game. He also scored 50 in the play-in tournament game. Here's Team LeBron coach Mike Malone on the game itself.
It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be a part of a great weekend, great players, but that is the worst basketball game ever played.
How do you fix it?
I don't know if you can fix it. I give Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving, those guys were like competing. Joel was imploring some of the guys to play harder, to try to get some defense in, but no one got hurt. They put on a show for the fans, but that is a tough game to sit through, I'm not going to lie.
Now, look, it wasn't the most competitive game, but was it the worst game ever? Tristan, I want to know, what was your biggest takeaway from watching the game last night?
This is not the NBA Finals. This is not a playoff game. This is an All-Star game. Coach Malone knows that. This is about for the fans. This is not a serious game. If you want to watch serious basketball, tune in May.
Okay.
It's about right now giving back to the fans, the people in Utah. They only get an opportunity once in a lifetime to see all these stars and Hall of Famers on the court at the same time. Just enjoy the moment.
Was it a good game, though? If you were a fan and you paid $1,500 or something for that ticket, did you enjoy watching that? I think it's all about moments. I love Luka being like, I could do that. Nobody gives me the chance. That's the stuff that people come to see. The LeBron dunk. I could see the guys trying to create that. Everybody got into this, half-court shooting contest in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun. But in this era where, people are trying to get through the season, where the All-Star break is, can we get on a plane and get someplace nice for a couple of days? They already made the All-Star break longer because people flat out need a break. It just feels like maybe this needs to shift focus a little bit to where there actually can be a real break in the middle of the season.
Well, I feel like it's 185. When you see guys going from three-point line to three-point line, and just, yeah, that's bad basketball. They know bad basketball. These are the best players in the world, some of the greatest players that have ever picked up a basketball. They know what they're doing. They know how hard they want to go. None of that, like 184 points in a regulation situation. They're there to put on a show. Like that type of play that you see from LeBron, when you see the dunk. So if people want to see competitiveness, or do you want to see 25 dunks from the best players in the world? Do you want to see the best players in the world shooting half-court shots? So while it is not perfect, I don't think it's a throwaway game. But, Danny, you knew a couple. Why are you smiling like that, bro?
I mean, I love all the feedback you guys are giving. I agree with resting the players, but as a fan of the game and when we grew up watching,
yes, agreed.
We like the competitive side, so we got to find a happy medium somewhere.
Yeah, the best All-Star game that I remember is watching the Magic Johnson All-Star game. That was as a kid. He came back. He was taking guys one-on-one, trying to win. He's hitting half-court shots. Even the MJ last one versus Kobe, everyone's trying to get their chance at him. I think the competitive side is good, but do you think there is a way? Do you think there's anything? I don't want to hear more money. I don't want to hear this. They've switched it up a million times. Is there anything that you see?
That seems like the only way, the incentives. That's when they started playing serious in the fourth quarter of certain of the games to Team LeBron, Team Giannis to try to get a win. The incentives made them turn it up in the fourth quarter during those times. But if you have incentives for each quarter, I think you'll get more of a happy medium, more competitive game to where, I mean, obviously it won't be 100%, but, 70, 75% where the guys are actually playing a little bit of defense and it's not half-court shots where the fans get bored of it.
And that's tough. For me, I think the biggest issue is when we're like, oh, he's the first person to score 50. It's like, well, it was a layup. It wasn't the same as it was in the 90s or the 80s, where even the early 2000s where it was more competitive. Oh, we got a lot of good dunks here. All I know is that this was a very strong lineup. Maybe not the biggest names that we had ever seen, but we got a strong lineup. So, look, we're back here. We got our crew. I want to know, what was your favorite dunks of the, because now you don't have to go with Mac. We've all seen Mac, but there were some good ones. Danny, which one do you think?
I think
no, I'm just joking, Danny.
Okay.
Should I stand next to Mac so I can do
ladies first? We're going ladies first.
Up here?
I'm just messing with you. Ramona, what was your favorite dunk of the contest?
Listen, everybody's gonna say Mac because he was Mac, but Trey was good.
Trey was very good.
And any other year, I think Trey was gonna win. And the Jose Alvarado dunk.
Okay.
That was a good dunk.
Okay, let's see it. Oh, he got Alvarado. Shout out the MVP right there. Ooh, okay. Okay, that was nice little
I hope he
bounce.
enters again next year.
Yeah, it's like, what are they doing?
The timing of that.
Ooh, and with ease. See, that was something. If you do it with ease, there adds a little sexiness to it. Okay, now Tristan.
Well, we said we can't do Mac, but I'm picking Mac.
Of course,
I'm picking Mac. I got
course.
Instagram, and I've been watching him since high school. This clip is beautiful. Look at that.
Let me see this one.
Off the backboard.
Off the backboard? Like, it is tough to see someone that is as tall as Momo jump over two people.
Seriously.
Tap it off the glass and reverse it. Okay.
The guy didn't even have to bend his head. Look, he didn't even get out the way.
At that.
Oh, no.
He is elite athleticism.
Now,
Athletic.
I have to go with somebody I thought was underrated because I'm an underrated player myself. I'm going to go with Sims. I think his dunk was underrated. Not because, people said it was boring, but I just think the height on that.
Look how tall he got up there.
He's looking into the rim. So if you see his face and his fro at the top of the square, I was thinking, in there, but the height he gets on this is always impressive, and it always freaks me. I'm like,
he jumped, like, the fact that he
way over the rim.
Well, he didn't get the fact that he gets.
At least he got one upper torso.
I don't think people understand the difficulty on these dunks because some of the the big men, they don't get the love. But mine, let me show you mine. This was mine because as the resident dunker here, this thing here is ridiculously difficult. Wow. He does. Look, I'm not even talking about the 540 because he could have done a 540 one hand. Look at it.
Yep.
Look at it. Almost spilled their yak on that $200 suit that D Wade was wearing. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. The OGs jumped up. Everybody loved it. Dominique, he's still judging. And when Trey Murphy was like, yeah, you know what? All right, I'll give it to you. When your competition is looking at you like, okay.
He did it on the first one, too. Yeah. That's what was great about this dunk contest. Everybody nailed it the first dunk.
And look, there were some specialties, but look, he's almost a YouTube dunker at this point in time. Yeah. This man can do some of the crazy stuff, but we had our own Malika Andrews with Mac. Take a listen.
On your final dunk,
when you land, you gave us a flavor of it is over a la Vince Carter. Vince Carter is our colleague. What was going through your mind in that moment?
Yeah, I think I was watching a lot of Vince Carter because I don't even know what, something just came over me. I don't even feel like that was me who did it, but no, it was a lot of fun out there for sure.
What's your message to Vince? Because I know he's going to be watching this probably as an analyst on the show.
Oh man, I'm very appreciative of him and everything he's done for this game, and you know he's a huge inspiration to me.
For you, this has been the dunk contest has been something that has been scrutinized time and time again as something that can't get big names anymore or that maybe should be moved on past. How do you feel when people are now saying, oh, McClung, he resurrected the dunk contest?
Oh man, I don't know if that's true, but I appreciate those are kind words. I really just had a lot of help and a lot of fun, a lot of friends and Chuck and all them who helped me with the ideas.
For you, the prize money for this, it actually means something. Do you know what you're going to do with it?
Most definitely. No, I don't know. I'll probably just invest it and, stay solid, not go crazy with anything.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.